Hey everyone, welcome back. So in the previous video, there was a glitch. You were not able to see the second example. So we are going to cover the second example, that is how we can inherit by passing parameters, right? So let us jump directly to programmers. Okay. So what we done was we created one prototype and that was phone. So it was class phone. Make sure you're writing the first initial as capital. And why I'm repeatedly telling you that, because you have to remember that that is a nomenclature for everything, right? So you have to remember that whenever you're defining any class, the first initial should be capital, right? Okay. So we have defined a class, then we are going to initialize the value. In order to initialize the value, we are going to create a function for it. So underscore init, okay, init you can say for initialization. Then the default parameter here is self comma. What are the things that we passed in the previous video? It was RAM and the model underscore number. Okay, so these were the things which were defined in the initialize module, and then we initialize the value by self dot num. Sorry, it was self dot ram. So self dot ram equals to ram, and self dot model underscore number will be equals to model underscore number. Okay. Okay. Now what we did is we created another function for it in order to display the values which are containing in the parent method. Okay, parent class. So it would be define, show, and what were the things that we want to show. Okay, so we are going to fill that with the help of self. Right now, what we are going to do, we are going to print it over here, and it would be something like the RAM of the phone is the RAM of the phone is self dot ram. Okay, and the second statement would be the model number. Okay, so the model number would be something like print the model number is self dot model underscore number. Okay, so these are the two statements which we want to print over the console. Why? Because we want to inherit these properties into the child one, right? So I'm just going to capitalize the M over here. Okay, all right. So what we did is we created one class named phone. We initialized the value, and by the default argument, that is self.ram and self.model number. Then we created a function for each. Okay, and then we printed two statements, and now we are going to create a child class for it. In order to create a child class, first of all, we are going to create a class, and the name of the class is class smartphone, SMART. Okay, and how will the program decide whether this is the child of the existing one? By passing the argument of phone over here. Okay, now as on the previous class, what we did is we initialize the values, right? So we are going to do the same in this one as well, right? So let us do the same. So define underscore init underscore. Now, what are the sort of values that you want to print over the console? Okay, first of all, we are going to take the default argument, and from the previous class, what are the things that we want to take on this particular class, right? As we inherit something from the parent, we are going to inherit the same thing over here as well. So the first thing that we are going to take it would be RAM, comma, model underscore number. Okay, now the special characteristics that this particular smartphone the child class possess. Okay, you have to write the same. Okay, so here it would be name, comma, and the camera. Okay, now this is the initialization purpose. Now how would the program know that the values RAM and model number are taken from the parent class, right? So in order to take those values, we are going to make use of super keyword. So super, okay, dot underscore init underscore. So these are the values which we are taking from the previous class. And what are the values? It is the RAM, comma, model underscore number. Okay, so these are the two values which we are taking from the super class, that is the parent class. Okay, please make a note that the super class and the parent class are one and the same. These are the terminologies, right? Okay, now we are going to initialize it by making the use of self. Okay, so self dot name will be equals to name. We are doing the same thing as we did on the previous class, right? So self dot camera equals to CAMERA. Okay, let me correct the value for this one, CAMERA. So self dot name and self dot camera. Now, as the previous one, we have created a function named show. So here we are going to define properties. Okay, and this is also going to take the values by self argument. Okay, and now we are going to print the statement over here. So print The name of the smartphone smartphone is, comma, self dot name, and the second would be print. The camera of the company name, and the name of the company will be passed to this particular argument. So self dot camera. Okay. So we have done what we have done. We have created a parent class. We created a child class. We initialized uh, values in parameters in parent. Same done with the child. The only thing difference between child and parent is we introduced phone over here. We made use of super underscore init. Okay. So this will target. This will say that hey program that you have to take the values from the existing previous class, right? So we have done. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create objects for it. Okay. So the name of the object would be Samsung. Samsung equals to smartphone. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to pass the parameters. Okay, so what are the parameters that we are going to pass? It would be RAM. So let's say the RAM is 16 GB. My bad, 16 GB. Okay, all right. Second would be the model number. Okay, no problem. So the model number would be CGHK hyphen 4054. Okay, next thing. Okay, next item is name. Okay, so the name of the phone would be Samsung A54, and the last thing name of the company of the camera, so it will be Sony. All right, so these are the parameters that we have passed. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to call all the methods from parent and child by using the object. So here the object is Samsung. So Samsung dot, what is the name of the first method? That is self, that is show from the parent. So show, and the second will be Samsung dot properties. So we have called them. Now what we are going to do is we are going to execute the program. And as you can see, the program has run successfully and we haven't got any sort of errors, right? So what we have done is we have created two classes, okay? One parent, one child. Then we created an object and passed the parameter through the object and we called them, right? So this was all about the previous video and I hope you got the concept of inheritance, right? Thank you so much for being together and have a great day. Bye-bye.